Ladies and gentlemen, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that the Disney Kabaret welcomes you tonight. So relax, pull up a chair, as the cast and crew proudly presents our videos. Welcome to the Disney Kabaret. Hi everybody, welcome to the Cabaret. It's Kate, and I have a special surprise for you tonight. On episode 4 of the Disney Kabaret Podcast, we talked about Snow White, and I did my Snow White impression with everybody. So tonight, I'm going to do my impression for all of you. So I hope you enjoy this. Wanna know a secret? Promise not to tell? We are standing by a wishing well. Make a wish into the well. That's all you'll have to do. And if you hear it echoing, your wish will soon come true. I'm wishing for the one I love to find me today. I'm hoping, and I'm dreaming of the nice things he'll say. I'm wishing for the one I love to find me today. Alright, that was my impersonation of Snow White. Now there is one question I usually get when I do it over the podcast, and that is that really you? So just to prove it, I wrote a little extra verse for all of you. So here goes. I wrote this extra verse, you see, just for all of you, to prove that it is really me, and what I say is true. I know that this is not a wishing well, but it is a wishing jar. So when me and my sister were younger, we would come up with the outlandish things that kids usually did, like, I wish I could go to the moon, or I know we already have a dog and a cat, but I really wish for a puppy. And instead of just saying no, my mom would tell us to go upstairs and put it in the wish jar. So we would run upstairs and we'd take off the lid and we'd whisper really, really quick and then slam the lid back down. So most of those wishes didn't actually come true, but we didn't really mind because we had a wish jar full of wishes. And we knew that they were important and that mattered to us. So this is our wish jar. So what better way to represent a wishing well when I clearly don't have one than my very own wish jar. In a few weeks, we're going to be doing an impressions episode on the Disney Kabaret Podcast. So if any of you out there can do an impression of a Disney character, Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse, Donald, Goofy, another Snow White, anybody you can think of. If you want, you can add a few lines that the character never said, just to add a little bit of proof that it's really you. You don't have to, but I think it's kind of fun to make Disney characters say things like, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Or some other classic line that was never really been featured in a Disney movie. So if you can send us an audio file, we'll cut it into the show. If you send us a video file, we'll make a montage and post it on our YouTube channel. Or just respond with a video of your own on YouTube. So that is my version of Snow White. Thank you all for coming to the Cabaret. People usually ask me when I do it over on the podcast or on the phone, is that really you? And it is. So just to prove it, I wrote a little extra verse for all of you. So here goes. I wrote this extra verse, you see, just for... I wrote this extra verse, you see, just for all of you, to prove that it is really me singing now to you. No, it's the wrong words. Take two. I wrote this extra verse, you see, just for all of you, to show that it is truly me singing. Came up with the outlandish things we wanted, which kids usually do. Things like, I want another puppy when we already had quite a few animals, or even things like, why can't we go to the moon? I want to go to the moon. Instead of making sure that we knew exactly why that was impossible, my mom would go, you know what? Why don't you go put that in the wish jar? So we would run upstairs and we would whisper in the wish jar. You whispered your wish in really fast and you slammed the lid shut and the jar held all of your wishes. Not all of them came true, clearly. Never been to the moon. But that was okay because our wishes were held someplace important and we knew that they'd been heard and that was what really mattered. So it was a really clever thing on my mom's half. So this is the wish jar. Thought it made a perfect wishing well. I'm wishing for the